Hello, can you hear us?
Check, check, double check.
Yes, people can hear us, and that's fantastic. And no echo this week, hopefully. Last week we had a lot of echo.
Oh, okay.
No echo.
I have a Jabra device in front of me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Power BI quiz where I have Dave as the guest. Hello, Dave.
Hello. Good evening.
And good morning and good night for people joining from other places of the world. This is a truly global quiz. And Dave, can you tell us a little about why did you pick this topic around Power BI Premium?
Yeah, it's not a fancy topic at all, right? But I do like speaking about it and teaching people things that they don't know, and it is one of those topics that everybody has to work with, and but there's so much potential. People don't know everything that you can get out of Power BI Premium, and I did a session the other day. Just a whole hour talking about Power BI Premium, and then I thought, let's do a quiz on that.
Yeah, and I think also this is an important topic. Not many people are having experience with Premium, but just knowing what it's all about. And you have made 10 questions for the quiz today.
Yes.
Yeah. So that will be interesting to see. And Dave, you are from the Netherlands, right?
Yeah, the Netherlands or Holland, whatever you want to say. It's 8 o'clock here. Almost dark because of really cloudy. We have a storm going on in the Netherlands, or like the tail of it. Last night was really rough, and I woke up middle of the night from all the noise around the house. I live here in the north of North Holland, and I'm working as a consultant in the Netherlands for data analytics. So I cover the data platform and Power BI, so from left to right.
Yeah, and then you're also an MVP, right?
Yeah.
And then when you go on conferences, you have a special kind of shoes, right? You wear yellow shoes, isn't it?
Yellow shoes. Yeah. I don't know where it originated. I forgot, but both Mark and me. Mark is a friend of mine, and he works also at McCall. We decided to wear the same shoes, the yellow shoes for Power BI, of course, and they were pretty comfortable as well. So we started to wear them at more and more conferences, and they are so bright yellow that they stand out in the crowd. Even I'm tall as well, so it's people notice.
So you can't go wrong for these shoes for you and Mark. So yeah. Yes. Now let's go on and have a look at the prizes today. Today we have a gift card of $100 for the winner for Lego.com. That's actually the gift every week. And then for the raffle winner, a lucky attendee we will pick, get an voucher for 1 month free of Radacat Academy, sponsored by Reza Rad, who was the guest last week. So
amazing.
Let's have a look at the prizes. Here is some of the things. If you win the grand prize for the quiz today, you can buy for under $100. You can of course also put in your own money and buy something more expensive, but here are some of the things if you win the quiz tonight. And then we have this Radacat Academy, where we have a lot of content, not just around Power BI, but mostly around Power BI, but also other topics. You can see here you have 190 plus hours of videos that you can get access to 1 month if you are the lucky raffle winner. And let's then pick the raffle winner for last week. Here we have a Power BI report where we have all the attendees from last week. We can see here that Nexus 151, that's Ricardo from Spain. Congratulations to you. And he actually won at the last question. So Atleto was in front of him with 2,000 points, and then at the last question he took the first prize here. Then we have Rishi and Benny and so on down here. So we had last week 41 participants, so I have assigned every participant a random number. So here we have 41 random numbers. So Dave, will you pick a number?
34, please.
34. And that's something with your age to do. So
yeah.
Let's see who is behind 34. And that is Kieran Vijay. So congratulations to you for winning 1 month free of access to Radacat Academy. Yeah, and you are ranked 11th last week. So let's go and have a look at the Kahoot. That's the next part. So quizzing with Kahoot. For those of you who haven't quizzed with Kahoot before, you will see the question on your monitor. So I will advise you to be on a desktop or a laptop where you can see the YouTube video and the questions, and then you will go to Kahoot.it on your mobile device or a secondary screen on your PC, so you have dual screens, so that's available. And then you will put in a pin that we will provide to you shortly, and then you also put in your nickname. So please put in your full name or Twitter handle or something, so if you win the raffle prize that we pick next week, we can find you. And then also, please be aware, we have this 3 to 5 seconds delay. Maybe you have more depending on your internet connection, but 3 to 5 seconds is normal. So you will actually see the answer possibilities on your mobile device before you see the question, because it's not running synchronized. And that also means if there's a timer on the question saying you have 30 seconds, you actually only have 25 seconds. So please answer before the timer goes out, because if you don't, you won't have any points for that question. And we start with one question that's not awarded any points, just to get you started. And then we have these 10 real questions about Power BI Premium that Dave, our quiz master today, made for us. And you will get more points the faster you answer. And then we have added one extra thing, that all results are posted public. So hopefully you are fine with that. We have a Power BI report on all the results. So let's jump.
Everything Power BI.
Everything Power BI, of course. So now I will start the quiz. So let's see. And we have Benny. What's the first one joining?
Welcome, Benny.
And Rishi. And we have Nikki back. Nikki wasn't part of the show last week, as far as I remember.
He must have been out cycling.
Yeah. We have
That's
30
a lot
players.
of familiar names.
A lot of familiar names, yeah. We have Kyle coming in there. And 30 players until now.
That's a big crowd.
So, with 30 players, we will start the quiz, and then if there's more people joining, they can always join a part of it, because the first question is not awarded any points. So, let's start. Do you have any hands-on experience with Power BI Premium? That will be interesting to see how many people have actually played around with Premium.
It doesn't matter what you answer. Just be honest. No points.
Absolutely. Yeah, so 20 people. So.
Oh, that's good.
And for those of you, the 9 people who doesn't have any hands-on experience, you have a chance also to win tonight. And for the 20 of you who have experience, let's see if you can answer the question correctly. Now, for the first question, it's a multi-select question. So this means you can answer 1, 2, 3, or all 4 possibilities. And when you answer, please be aware that you should click on the answer possibilities and then click submit at the end, so to submit your questions. So what do you get with Power BI Premium?
Don't forget to answer fast.
Yeah.
The faster, the more points.
And I think 30 people have already answered, so let's see. And now we have the last one. So, ooh. What do you say to this? 25 people has answered faster performance, but That wasn't correct. Why is that, Dave?
No, that's incorrect. It doesn't give you faster performance. It gives you dedicated performance, predictable performance, but Power BI Premium is not faster than the shared capacity.
No. And actually, in some cases, the shared capacity can actually be faster than your dedicated capacity, because the shared capacity has a lot of overcapacity from Microsoft's side.
Yeah, and if you have a really big query, or your visuals are maybe not optimized, your docs is not optimized, then in shared capacity, the processes behind shared capacity will solve it for you, and it will just spin up more cores and more memory for you. And in dedicated capacity, so Power BI Premium, that's dedicated capacity. You're limited to your capacity, your hardware.
Yeah. So this was a little tricky question. Let's see if, yeah, we have 3 people, I will say, because you get 1,000 points for every correct answer. So we have 3 people answering all of them correctly. And we have Svetlana. I believe actually Svetlana is one of the attendees on my course I'm doing right now in the Faroe Islands. So congratulations.
You didn't give her the answer.
No. Let's see if she wins the quiz.
Yeah. So next question. The question is, I don't have any options to try out Power BI Premium without committing to a monthly payment, right? So you want to... people are fast.
Yeah.
All right, so 21 people gave the answer false, which was the correct answer. And that's because Power BI Premium is also available in Microsoft Azure. You can spin up a feature, like a service there. It's called Power BI Embedded, and it does not come with a commitment. You can just turn it off anytime you want, and you pay by the hour instead of for a whole month or a whole year. And that gives you the option to try it out. And there's another option. You can contact your Microsoft sales representative, and they might give you, if you're interesting enough for them, a trial for Power BI Premium.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So actually 2 options. Let's see. Now we had Patrick's Loco on the first place. And Benny climbing up to top 5. Benny wasn't disagreed on the first one.
Sometimes I'm a bit distracted by the chat, Rishi disagreeing with the questions. So next one, if I have a premium P1 capacity, what is the capacity size limit of all uploaded models combined? So all of them combined. What is the maximum size? And just a question, can people join the quiz after it started?
Yeah, people can join the quiz after it started. We have the game pin in the button. So going to kahoot.it and put in that game pin.
It's a bit tricky to catch up, of course, but people can have more than 30 attendees at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
this is nice. Yeah, I didn't expect so many people to have the wrong answer. The actual answer is you get 100 terabyte of size with Power BI Premium P1 with any capacity. So it was a bit of a tricky question because I didn't target the memory. I was just targeting the size of the models combined. Yeah. And 25 gigabyte is the memory that you get for P1. 10 gigabyte is it's not a correct answer at all. It's in fact misleading because you get for a P3 capacity a individual model limit of 10 gigabytes, and 1 gigabyte is of course the size limit of an individual model when you upload it to the Power BI service in shared capacity.
Yeah.
And also for P1, or is that 3? No, sorry, that's bigger. But yeah, 100 terabytes, a lot of data.
A lot of data. That's the storage limit, yeah. So a lot of models we can upload. Let's see. We have Svetlana on top again.
Great. Benny is rising.
Yeah. Let's have the next question. I want double points.
Ooh. Question is, do I need Power BI Premium to be able to use incremental refresh? Yes, you need it, or no, you don't need it, or yes, if you want to do dataflow incremental refresh. People are answering fast again.
Yeah. And let's see.
All right. So the answer yes and no got the most answers, but actually dataflow incremental refresh is a premium feature. So yes, you need premium if you want to do dataflow incremental refresh, which is crazy, right? I don't know why. We are able to do data incremental refresh for data sets for a while now, but not for data flows.
It might come.
Yeah, probably.
But let's see. 8 people are answering that one correctly, and now we have Benny on second place, Dev on first place, and T. Lanza on third place. Let's have the next question. Multi-select.
All right. So the cheapest Power BI Premium option starts at how many dollars a month? What is the cheapest Power BI Premium option?
Let's see. 28 answers. Remember to click on the submit button to submit your answer. Yeah, please remember we have a Power BI Premium quiz. It's not about Power BI Pro.
All right. So the correct answers were actually there's actually technically only one correct answer. It's $625, and 15 of you had that correct. So that's great. My compliments. But I also said that the $5,000 was the correct answer because not a lot of people know about the 600 one. Let me explain that. So there are multiple families of licenses that you can purchase, and the P1 license and the P2 and P3 are the most known, and the P1 comes with a starting price of $4,995. But there's actually an EM license, which stands for organizational embedding. It's the EM1 is the starting tier, and you can use that to embed your reports in, for instance, SharePoint Online. And it has a starting tier of $625.
So yeah, and the difference in these two licenses that if with the P, all your free users get access to the Power BI portal, But with the EM, people don't get access to the Power BI portal. You have to embed the reports in either SharePoint or in Teams or an external client.
Yeah, and you can also explain this as the A1 license is also around $625 a month. So that was also acceptable answer.
Yeah. Let's have a look. So, and we have Benny on top, and Dave.
Not a lot of people consider these EM licenses as premium. And also, I was checking for this quiz what the documentation says, and it's almost nowhere. It's really hard to find information on these licenses, which is a pity because they are really great for embedding in SharePoint Online, for instance.
And they are actually also pretty hard to find and buy them because you have to go through a reseller, where the P license you can just buy them directly in the Office portal.
Yeah.
So let's.
So everybody's still pretty close. That's good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's have the 7th question. That's also multi-select, which means.
All right. All right. I said yeah. That's right. Which of the following data flows features requires premium capacity?
So, and you can answer 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of the possibilities. So you don't know how many of them are correct. So this is the data flow features.
Yeah.
So, and we don't have incremental refresh as part of this.
No.
That would be too easy.
Easy, yeah. I guess a lot of people are going to learn something out of this question.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's what I thought. Okay, so the highlighted answers are true. You need Power BI Premium for that, but the outsider is the integration with Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2, which is actually not a premium feature. And I didn't know that before Matthew Roach had a blog post about it, and I just stumbled upon that information. I was like, what? Okay, I did not know that. So, and I guess, there were a couple that learned that today.
Yeah, and actually they just got a new feature on that part the last week or 2 weeks ago, where you can now set it on the workspace level, the integration with the data lake.
Yeah, that's a new preview capability. I want to try that out myself as well. Yeah.
So really recommending, if you are doing anything with data flows, go in and put in this integration because it opens up possibilities. Maybe you're not using the possibilities now, but you can use them in the future, and you cannot enable this if you have already built data flows in the workspaces. Let's see the leaderboard now.
Ooh, yeah, Donald is number 1 now.
Yeah. So in this question, because it's multi-select, you get awarded points for every correct answer you get. So if you have all 3 correctly, you will get 3,000 points.
So close.
Oh yeah. Let's have the next question. True or false?
Is it true or false? The only way to give access to a report to a user without a pro license is to publish your report in an app.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't a really hard question. I think Nikki was a part of why people know this. He has a good blog post on this. There is actually a role that you can in a workspace, and it's called the viewer role. And yeah, that's right, Nikki. So if you assign that, they can, and if the workspace is premium, then they don't need a pro license as well to view the reports. So this was the only option for a long time, to share the report as an app. But right now you can also make them a member.
Yeah, and actually have another option is to embed the report also in an external tool. Then they can also see it without a pro license if you have Power BI Premium.
That's right. Or you can use publish to web.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Then you stop.
Let's see. We have Don still on top, so we didn't have any changes in this one. Also because it was an easy question. Let's have the next one.
All right. So with Power BI Premium, a dataset evictions is important. But is it bad behavior or normal and expected behavior?
Let's see.
All right. A couple of people thought it was bad behavior. I originally maybe also thought so because of the word eviction. It has a ring to it that it's bad. But the eviction of models out of the memory of premium capacity is a good thing. It's the process of Power BI managing all your different models that you uploaded into the storage of your capacity. So they're all part of the premium capacity, but they're not all loaded in memory at once. Like we learned, we can have 100 terabyte of, and we only have 25 or maybe more gigabytes of memory, and that doesn't all fit. So you can actually overcommit your capacity, and Microsoft just moves models in and out of the memory, and getting them out of the memory is called an eviction.
So and yeah, that's if a model is not used, then it is simply evict.
Yeah, and sometimes if a refresh of a model needs to happen, it needs to be loaded into memory as well, and then it just checks for inactive models and it loads those out of the memory. Yeah, it's a great process. I did a session on that earlier, and I think you can check it out on YouTube of the Power BI days. Maybe Nikki, I don't know if Nikki can post a link to it. We'll do it later. Where I explain more on this process.
Yeah. So that's the process of using more storage than you have in the memory.
Yeah.
Let's see the leaderboard now. Ooh, it didn't change anything. So we have Don Benny has answered 8 correctly now. So he's on fire. Let's see the next questions. True or false?
Only Power BI capacity admins can assign capacity to workspaces. True or false? Do you have to be a capacity admin? Can only capacity admins assign workspaces? Ooh, this might shift the leaderboard a bit. So, yes, if you are a capacity admin, you can assign it, but that's not the only role. There's also a role called workspace assigner role. I forgot about the name. The capacity admin can give other people permissions to also be able to assign the capacity, the premium option, to workspaces or remove workspaces from premium. So that's an extra set of options you can use.
Yeah. And we should write in the chat workspace assigners. That's what we call it.
Workspace assigners. Okay, cool.
Let's see the leaderboard. If it changes something, yeah. We have now Ricardo on the podium. Ooh, and now
Rishi is close behind him. So.
Oh yeah, there's only 500 points between number 1 and 5 here, so everyone have a chance to win. Maybe also people outside this list can win the quiz still, because the next question is awarded double points.
And it's for $100 of Lego.
Oh yeah.
People.
Let's have the last question of the quiz for today.
It's a multi-select. Which of these long-awaited features is already available in Premium?
And
these features are already available. And for which do we have to wait?
All of these are things that Microsoft has spoken about.
Yeah, that's right. And remember, it's multi-select. You can select
1, 2, 3, or 5.
2, 3, 4.
Maybe all 4, maybe only 1, maybe 2, maybe 3.
At least 1, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Alrighty. So this was difficult. We can already use datasets larger than 10 gigabytes. There is an option to enable large models, something. It's in the documentation. You have to have a premium, of course, and then if you enable this, then you do have the option. It uses Azure Premium Files storage in the background, blazing fast storage. And I guess a lot of people, 26 people, already knew the XML read-write is also available. Then we're still waiting for scale-out and pinning datasets to memory. So give Microsoft a call. We want this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and Rishi said, he thought that scale-out was already available because you can spin up multiple nodes. But that's not how Microsoft defines scale-out.
No.
Because you can't scale one model between multiple nodes.
Scale out is the automatic scaling and maybe manual scaling that you say, I want an extra instance and have this same model without me duplicating it on a isolated second instance as well. So you distribute the load over 2 separated servers, so to speak. Yeah. And of course, you can manually reach that, but then you end up with 2 models and 2 endpoints.
Yeah.
So that's tricky. I don't know if that's workable.
I don't think so. I think people should wait for the scale out if they have this.
Yeah.
Let's see the podium. Number 3 with 10 out of 11 correctly. T. Lancer. Wow. And Donald Paris. And number 1 with 11 out of 11. Benny! Congratulations to Benny. Benny has been on the podium so many times and now he's on top. So big congrats to Benny and winning the $100 to Lego.com, and also
he gets to play with the Lego.
Yeah, and also thank you for all other people who attended. This was a great quiz, and let's just jump back to this. So thank you very much to Dave for
my pleasure
for being the quiz master on this topic, Power BI Premium. Hopefully people learned a lot and had fun also. I can say I have fun. So and next week we have a quiz on Power BI Embedded. So once again, a topic not most people work with, but probably a lot of people can learn around the possibilities around Power BI Embedded. It's Ted Patterson who's delivering that quiz. Ted Patterson is a member of the Power BI CAT team, as Chris Webb also is, and Casper de Jong also is. So
That used to be a long-time MVP, right?
yeah, exactly. And he's based in Tampa, USA, in Florida.
All right.
Sunny Florida. So yeah, thank you for attending, everyone, and thank you to you, Dave. And have a good night,
Yep.
evening, or a day, depending on where you're calling in from. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.